Hi and welcome back to the Cheeky Crypto Podcast. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another podcast video. And in today's podcast, we're going to have a look at the biggest headlines in the crypto space, the stuff that is really important and you need to be kept informed about. If you enjoy this sort of content, mash up the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Don't forget to check out 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗧𝗏.io. 7 days free trial for the membership, access to on-chain data for Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA and XRP, 2 weekly AMAs, technical analysis on request and much more. Go check it out. You've got nothing to lose. Right, let's get down to the desktop. Okay, so we're going to start here, and crypto rules delay puts billions in tax revenue at risk. So this is the Democrats, senators, basically pressurizing Biden administration to speed up the release of regulations tied to law 2021. So look, this is something that's interesting. I think that we do need these regs. I think, clarity for cryptocurrency is going to be really important. But, the fact that it's going to be impacting tax, I think, is something rather interesting. So, one we need to be keeping an eye on. Does have the potential to, pull back the market if this is negative for crypto. So let's keep an eye on this stuff and see what happens. Next on the list is MicroStrategy adds to its Bitcoin stash in Q2. And obviously, it has aided the ratings of the returns and stuff like that. So, seeing MicroStrategy adding more, I saw again they're looking for more additional loans to buy more Bitcoin. It's just obscene. You've got the likes of BlackRock, obviously, they've been purchasing as well. I just think that there's an awful lot going on behind the scenes that a lot of people are not paying attention to. I do expect the economies to crash and all that sort of stuff and bring down asset prices. And I think that these guys are just going to load up even more. But time will tell whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. We've got UK data watchdog to make inquiries about WorldCoin crypto project. And, this for me is something that we need to be really mindful of. What are they looking to do? It's all very vague. And, there's this positive spin that, it's going to, support people without identification and all this sort of stuff. But I just don't really believe all that. I just think it's absolute nonsense. I think this is a centralized player coming into a decentralized world, with the risk that people thinking it's a decentralized project when it really isn't. This is like Microsoft or Facebook or Amazon doing their own crypto project where all the inflows of that project go into Amazon, Microsoft or Facebook, for example, Meta or whatever we want to call them these days. This for me poses a huge risk, and I'm not the only one that thinks it, right? Obviously, you've got the UK watchdog for data making inquiries, but you've also got Kenya suspends crypto project WorldCoin over safety concerns. So it looks like they've said that they suspended local activities of cryptocurrency project WorldCoin while the government agencies passes particular risks to public safety. OpenAI CEO Sam launched this project last week. It requires users to give their iris scans in exchange for a digital ID. And in some countries, users also get free cryptocurrency as part of the plans to create a new identity and financial network. Now, there is an awful lot going on in the financial markets, right? There's an awful lot going on with the likes of Twitter, which I guess is now called X. Could that be an all-in-one app and incorporate identification and crypto and a new financial platform? It's yet to be seen, but I think it could potentially become a reality. And I think we've got to be asking ourselves questions around centralization and decentralization, because I think that it's really important when it comes to artificial intelligence and machine learning and data, that is kept in a decentralized manner, and that the users whose data it really belongs to have control over their own data. Data is really valuable, and these centralized companies are now trying to basically onboard people from a decentralized technology in the mainstream, it being decentralized. Bitcoin's decentralized. People would say Ethereum is, although it isn't when you actually look at the number of validators they've got and so forth. But Cardano, another decentralized platform, these are better. Being able to have privacy on some of these decentralized platforms would be way better than us just handing over our scans of our eyes and basically giving up our fingerprints and all that sort of stuff to centralized players. I just don't think this is good. I think the data farming that a lot of these centralized players have been doing over the last few years is bad enough, but to go up another level with basically giving your identity to these centralized players is a really big risk. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. We've got bankrupt crypto firm tried to return funds, but customers' data might have been stolen instead. Bankrupt crypto firm Voyager Digital suffered a potential data breach when it started letting customers recover their funds last month. Again, it goes from worse to even worse, right? Like from bad to worse. I just don't think that these companies should be getting away with this stuff. I mean, it's just so poor. I mean, it was only yesterday I was highlighting an exchange that was running out of a basement in a really small house, being shared as a potential alternative to Binance. And I just think that this stuff is just bonkers. I think it's bonkers that FTX is going to be starting up again. I just sometimes I question reality, and sometimes stuff that is beyond reality and comprehension. It's real, and I am scratching my head sometimes. I really am. There just isn't words for it. Binance largest market is China, according to this. So around 20% of the worldwide volume is coming out of China. Now China obviously have got a ban on cryptocurrency. So are Binance just ignoring the law there? This is close to $90 billion worth of cryptocurrency, right? That Binance are making money from. So it's massive, right? And I think that we need to ask questions, but at the same time, like, is any of this verified? There's such an agenda against Binance, whether it's factual or not. I'm yet to really see this. So I really want evidence. I want evidence of some of these accusations. So far I haven't seen any. But again, could there be trouble for Binance when it comes to China? Possibly. Moving on, we got millions stolen from crypto platforms through exploit 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘. Millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency was stolen from several platforms over the weekend after hackers exploited a vulnerability in the programming language used widely in the cryptocurrency world. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, one of the most popular Web3 programming languages, is used to create blockchain smart contracts, but on Saturday its developers warned that versions 0.2.15, 0.2.16 and 0.3.0 are vulnerable to the issue, which hackers manipulate smart contracts in order to drain account funds. So this is something we're seeing more and more of. But again, I keep saying it, there is no need for these projects to have these vulnerabilities. And if they are exploited for users to lose their cryptocurrency, they just need to partner with cybersecurity projects in the blockchain world, like Lossless and many others in the space. Look, I encourage project teams, if any are watching, to go and make those partnerships. Keep your users safe. I think that there is no excuse, and I think that, you know, I've said this for the likes of Gary Gensler and the cronies at the SEC. There should be prison time for failures. I think Gary Gensler should be doing prison time. I think founders of projects that basically have hacks due to poor security measures, and the front end user loses money because of those failures, I think prison time should be served. And I think that it needs to be taken much more seriously. If I was the head of a regulator, I would be making sure that this sort of enforcement was actually conducted, rather than this bullshit agenda that the SEC seem to have at the moment, that is only hurting investors and not actually keeping them safe. I would personally be keeping them safe by making it a priority for the founders and the leadership teams of these projects to keep people's funds safe. And if there is no need to lose these funds, why is it still happening? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.